Hey guys, good morning and welcome to another edition of IPC's ThinkOutCloud webinars and webcasts. Today, our episode is entitled IPC CloudServers, powered by Cloud Sigma, a web app walkthrough by a non-technical guy, which is me. So I'm Nino Valmonte, and I fortunately have my technical guy here. My outstanding co-host, Ace Yuto. All right, so we're not in our usual talk show format today, and this is because what we want to present to you is basically a walkthrough of the Cloud Sigma web app on cloud.com.ph. So you'll be able to, I guess, more or less have an idea of what can be done there and how easy it is to use and how easy it is to navigate, really. Coming from a person who doesn't really know the first thing about setting up servers or anything like that. But here's my attempt to show you how easy it is, and I guess we can start. Let me just share my screen with you. And by the way, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to click that button, I believe, which is on the left side of your screen. There's a button that you can click, and you can essentially virtually raise your hand and ask a question, and we'll answer your questions later. Okay, so the first thing that you got to do is go to cloud.com.ph. Type in the URL and you'll land on this site, which is a cloud portal that offers you, I guess, a slew of different cloud-based applications from IPC. They have Google Apps for Work, IPC Voices, which is a contact center solution, Salesforce.com, and other applications. So, but today we're focusing on cloud servers. So let's click on this link, which takes you to the Cloud Sigma web app. This is the Manila version, the Manila web app of Cloud Sigma, hosted in IPC data center, and accessible through cloud.com.ph. So as you can see here, this is available in many different languages. If you want to view this in Espanol or Italiano or Portuguese, you may do so. Here you'll find the different locations of Cloud Sigma. Of course, if you access it through cloud.com.ph, you end up in PH, Manila, Philippines. Okay, so if you're new to Cloud Sigma, you can actually click this button and gain instant access to the web app, and you don't need a credit card or anything like that. So from here, you'll be able to do, I guess, a limited number of things as a demo for free. So, but today what we'll be doing is I'll be signing in and I'll be giving you a tour of what's inside and maybe show you a few things of a few, I guess, demos of some of those features. All right, so let's log in. Okay. Sure you have a long and secure password. Don't make it p@ssword. All right, so upon logging in, the first thing that you'll find is the dashboard. Okay, so the dashboard shows you your utilization, the available fund, tips on how you can manage your servers, your last 5 actions within your account. Here at the bottom, you'll find the actual uses, the actual utilization, the actual resources that you're currently using. So right now, there isn't any. I made sure I cleared out this account before we started this, so that you'll be able to see how it is to, I guess, log in for the first time. All right, so there are essentially 2 ways to create a server. So one is through this creation wizard, which shows you many, well, a limited number of predefined server sizes which you can use or not, because there's another way to create server, which is the custom. When you click on this, it will show you that you're able to create your own servers based on your own needs, and without having to worry about being restricted by bundled packages, similar to what other infrastructure as a service providers have. So here you could really create exactly what you need. So let's go back to compute and try the wizard again. So just to show you how quick it is to and how easy it is to create a server here in Cloud Sigma platform, let's select, well, let's just go with the small 3 server. Next. So select an OS. Maybe let's do CentOS since that's the more popular one. Next. You can opt to create an SSH key and cloud init or not. It's up to you. But when you're really creating your own server, we advise that you create one. And you just hit create. And essentially in less than 10 seconds, you already have a server for your own use. So just take note of these credentials, and you can open the VNC and see that this is a real live CentOS Linux 7 server. That's highly impressive. In less than 10 seconds, you already have this. It's yeah, stark comparison from having to order an actual physical machine, wait for 30 to 45 days delivery, and install Linux into it, and be able to use it in 45 or 60 days even. So this is cutting edge. This is the way of the future. This is the new normal, and we're very happy to be able to share this with you. Let's try that again. This time let's use. Oh, let's just name this first. Yeah, we can put a name here. I'll use my friend's name here. Ace Android Ace. No, let's do Ace Linux. Yes. Save. Let's create another server. Let's do the wizard again. This time let's do a Windows server. Hit create. Again. Less than 10 seconds. Open VNC. It's an actual Windows server. Okay, select the region. Let's set it up. So this definitely utilizes an SPLA license. Right. So hit Control-Alt-Delete, and your credentials, password. And then change the password. You'll be prompted to change the password immediately. So let's do. Don't use password 123 as your password. And the password's been changed. And yeah, Windows Server 2012 R2. How cool is that? All right. So yeah, from here on, let's show you a tour. Just give you a tour of this facility. But first, let's name this one Windows. Okay. So you have two servers today. As I mentioned, you hit create, you can create your own server with your own resources, your own predefined resource, your own defined resources. Okay. All right. Okay. So I'm sure you guys know that majority of public cloud architectures are based on a mix of basic elements such as core, storage, memory. Most public cloud providers bundle resources, and this is not the way we do things, as it results in users having to pay for resources that they don't actually need. To eliminate waste, we never bundle resources together. Instead, we allow users to create server instances with exactly the combination of CPU, RAM, storage, and bandwidth required, and charge them in short 5-minute billing cycles. So every 5 minutes, that's how granular the usage is being monitored. As a customer, you set the parameters of your virtual machines as if you were building a server to order for your own needs. Every component of your VM is billed separately, so you only pay exactly for what you require and what you use. Okay, so let's take a look at the different tabs up here when you're creating a server. SSH Keys, so the platform gives access to the user interface by SSH Keys, allowing users to run commands on a machine's command prompt without them being physically present or near the machine. It allows users to establish a secure channel over an insecure network in a client-server architecture, connecting an SSH client application with an SSH server. Okay, so drives. All our storage in our cloud is persistent. The storage is available in the form of drives, which are created by the user. A drive's data is persistent whether or not it's associated with a server or a drive, or whether or not the drive is mounted. So you can essentially create a drive, put data in it, and leave it there without having to attach it to any server. So the storage data is only removed from an account when the account owner deletes the drive. So, okay. Talking about the network. So our cloud sits on multiple 10 GBE IP lines from major network carriers. So IPC being I guess a major data center provider in the country and the region, we are paired with all the major international and domestic carriers. So thus we complement this with layer 2 peering lines to major exchanges. As a result, all VMs, regardless of the size, benefit from excellent visibility over the internet and has redundancy across networks. From customers' perspective, this means less downtime, lower latency, faster load time. Most importantly, Cloud Sigma does not limit the connection speed of virtual machines. So all customers have full 10 GBE networking speed exposed. Right. In the advanced tab, you're, I guess, allowed to choose whether you need multi-core instances or multi-CPU instances, and you could create settings for your hypervisor as well if need be. I won't get into too much technical stuff because I'm not a technical guy. All right. And well, Meta. So yeah, metadata enables you to pass data from the web interface to a virtual server, which is quite useful for automating of tasks such as reading SSH keys or serial numbers for software as part of a script. The metadata can be provided on 3 levels: global, server, or disk level. Okay, let's move on to the storage tab. Okay, so here a developer may require, a developer may require a database server as part of their development stack. What initially appears to be a good specification of storage may in time turn out to be insufficient, of course. So Cloud Sigma's infrastructure offers the flexibility to elastically expand storage capacity to match growing data sizes without the need to migrate the data to a new drive image. The service is giving you the option of drive resize. Should a VM's data store become saturated, simply request more storage capacity, and Cloud Sigma's storage allocation will see to it that it is made available to your VM. What do you say we create a storage drive here and attach it to one of the servers as a demo? Okay, let's just create a drive. I'll call this a storage. All right. Say we need 2 gigs and save. So it tells you the price per hour for the 2 gigs of SSD storage. So currently, our cloud infrastructure has purely SSD storage, which is great if you're looking for quality. But sometimes I know that in the Philippines, we're price is quite a huge factor, and if your data isn't quite mission critical as it is, we will be offering HDD storage very soon. But for now, we only have SSD storage, which is something that you can rely on for your mission critical needs. Okay, so we've created a drive now. As you can see, it's unmounted. So what we need to do is go back to the server. Let's attach it to the Linux server. Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay. So check out the drive. So it's not here, right? So because it's only possible to edit the server while it's stopped. So we have to stop it. Okay. Then we attach the drive. So click on attach drive, select a drive from my drives, and it's there on the list. So let's attach a storage. There you go, and hit save and play. Run it again. Okay, so now the drive is attached. Right? Very simple. Okay, simple and easy. So where were we? Drives. Okay. Library. So Cloud Sigma Stack offers an open API and a very high degree of compatibility with end users who have legacy requirements. There are absolutely no restrictions on the type of OS that the customer can deploy, as long as it is x86 compatible. This includes the BSDs, Linux variants, and all versions of Windows. You can even run Solaris, which is quite rare. And customers can find the latest releases and versions of all legacy OSs in our drives library, or what we like to call the marketplace. We provide an extensive library of ready-to-use public drive images that include pre-installed systems that can be deployed instantly, alongside installed CDs for users preferring to install their own systems from scratch. Yep, you can install your own system. In addition to the listed images, we have provided customers with a simple and easy way to import and export data and ready OS images into and out of the system. Last but not least, there is a number of ready appliances allowing customers to immediately deploy VPN and SFTP servers to secure external access and move data into and out of the cloud. Next tab is networking. So it's never been more critical than it is today to secure computing infrastructure. That's why we provide free, easy to set up networking policies as part of our cloud offering to allow you to firewall your virtual machine securely. So we offer hypervisor level network traffic protection, which is highly effective and secure. You can define multiple standard policies and apply them to your various types of virtual machines depending on the requirement. You can set up a networking policy and apply it to one or more servers, and it's very simple and easy through this tool. Okay, so for VLANs, yeah, latency definitely can be reduced by connecting to a private line from a customer location into a Cloud Sigma data center location to form a hybrid deployment. Intranode networking is provided via optical ring technology, resulting in extremely low latency SLA guarantees between the VMs. Here, under policies, which are essentially your firewall policies, you can do custom firewall policy creation to facilitate the improvement of security and traffic in and outside of the cloud. If you use the API, there is a template where you need to fill in the rules. So management is achieved by policies which are applied to single or groups of infrastructure, allowing each management and application across both small and large scale infrastructure in a convenient way. Hit create here. So here, these are the, I guess, the different options that you have. So you can choose, well, you can also choose the consequence in which you want the firewall rules to be applied in order for the firewall policy to be active. It needs to be applied on your public network interface. The policies range from a single rule that blocks all external public IP traffic to complex schemes that only allow connections to certain ports from a set of IPs. Network policies are saved and then applied to one or more virtual servers as required. Furthermore, network policies can be reconfigured and reapplied to running servers without service disruption. Tags. Okay, so similar to the metas when you're creating servers, so tags are descriptive methods for categorizing users' virtual machines by name and color. So for example, if the user wants to have a virtual machine plus its drive for personal use, you can go to tags, click on create, enter a name, what name? Ace. And select a color. So let's select an appropriate color for Ace, pink. Just kidding. Okay, hit save, and you created a tag which you can then attach to the virtual machines. Okay. All right, so let's move to access and security. So as a company, we endeavor to deliver a high degree of security for customers in accordance with the various aspects of their computing. We regard security as a top priority and are committed to openness and transparency with respect to our security procedures and policies. IPC is an ISO 27001 certified company, which is for information security management systems. Customers retain full sole access to their data and at the file system level. The Cloud Sigma system, nor IPC's data center, does not have access inside the VMs or the drives. All customer data is handled automatically by the system. This includes activities such as drive deletion and scheduled deletion for deprecated accounts. Cloud Sigma takes no copies of client drive. Sorry, yeah, Cloud Sigma nor IPC doesn't take any copy of client drive data, and therefore the sole copy resides in our cloud unless the customer chooses to clone the drive to another storage system or location. So only the customer has access to the data, to their data in our cloud. With this in mind, we recommend as a best practice that customers perform boot level encryption of sensitive data and retain the keys outside our cloud. Customers can also connect to their VMs using encrypted protocols, also to ensure the integrity of login and other data that they transmit to and from the servers. So yeah, from here you can generate, add or import keys. You can do two-factor authentication. So we use Google's two-step authentication. The verification increases the security for access to the Cloud Sigma account by providing a 6 to 8-digit unique password, which users must provide in addition to their username and password to log into the Cloud Sigma UI. The feature is currently available by an API call and will soon be exposed on the web app. The default status of the feature is disabled and can be activated by individual customers as they see fit. So yeah, if you want, you can create a new device. You can do a device name, maybe Ace. This is the Ace Android. Or Android Ace. And use your Cloud Sigma account password. Okay, add. And from here, yeah, you get a QR code which you can, I guess, use to scan with your phone or with your Android device or I guess iOS device. You can download the Google Authenticator on your mobile device and open the app, then scan the QR code manually or enter this code. Right? Okay. Global metadata. This is similar to the metadata that you assign when you create a server. And here you'll find the audit logs, everything that I've done ever in this portal. You'll see it, and this is where you do the audit trail or see the audit trail. Usage and billing. So, all right. So this shows your current purchases in burst or subscription, which I'll explain later. It's equal to the value shown at the bottom here. Okay. Check out the pricing. Okay. So in terms of pricing, yeah, there are two purchase models here. So one is through subscription, and the next is a pay-as-you-go burst pricing. So subscription purchase is preferred by users that have relatively predictable computing resource requirements. So for users who expect to be using or utilizing the VMs the same way month in and month out, this option allows you to save money by subscribing for the resources you need for a certain period. So subscription terms are available for 1 month or 1 year or 3 years. So, and for 1 year you get discounted 10%, and for 3 years you get discounted 25%. So it's a great way to save on your spend and manage your costs. For the burst pricing or pay-as-you-go pricing, that's essentially a pricing that is applied or implemented when you just do the regular prepaid type of purchase, wherein you just load up and use the resources that you need, regardless of whether you need to expand or decrease. You'll be charged accordingly and deducted from your credits. So that's basically the difference between the two. So through here, you'll be able to add more funds via your credit card or credit card. This shows the different subscriptions, and you can generate reports here and create billing logs. Well, this shows you the billing logs and your payment history. We have a video here that talks about the pricing of Cloud Sigma. Let me play. We'll see if we can play that for you. Wait. So yeah, that essentially tells you, how convenient it is here by using Cloud Sigma. So on with the tour. If you click here on the control panel tab, you'll find, I guess, your profile, where you can fill in pertinent details about you, and essentially user information. Okay. And if you click on settings, so this is important. Here you can choose your billing settings. You can do instant purchasing, which is purchase and extend subscription, your subscription instantly by bypassing the confirmation dialog. Invoicing, you can enable this if you wish to receive invoices through your email. And automatic top-up, automatic crediting of funds if you have reached a certain amount that you set, which is quite important if you don't want to run out of funds. Here you just assign an email address where you want to receive your notifications, and these are the different types of notifications that you can receive. You can check or uncheck either one. For support, so you can create tickets here in this tab and log any concerns. We have 24/7 live chat support here at the bottom as well. So anytime, just type in your concern and someone will definitely answer. One of our customer support representatives. You can also view tutorials and raise check out the FAQs. These tabs lead to websites outside of the portal. And you can refer a friend. This is a great program that we have here. When you refer a friend using this referral link that's provided for you, you receive $20 when they make their first payment, 10% of anything that they spend over $200 in the first month. And they receive $50 worth of extended free trial resources, and will match any payments up to $250 during the first months. And under documentation is all the fine print. So if you're interested in reading all of this, please do so. So copyright notice, privacy policy, acceptable use policy, service level agreement, and the different versions. So yeah, I mean that's basically it. That's the entire portal. That's the tour of the entire portal, and you know, if it should be, definitely very easy, very simple to use, quite intuitive. You don't need to be knowledgeable technically to maneuver or navigate through the portal. If you have the basic stuff, like me, you'll be able to identify what you need fairly easily. So yeah, I mean, if there are any questions, you know, just let us know. I guess at this point we have no questions from the viewers. Do we wait for like a few minutes? No. All right. Okay, let me just. Okay. All right. So thank you again, guys, for hanging out with us and for watching this webinar. I hope you were able to, I guess, get an idea of what you can do inside of the Cloud Sigma web app on cloud.com.ph, and hopefully you'll be able to try it yourself and you know, see how easy and simple it is really to create a server, run a server, and use it, and pay only for what you use. And that's essentially what we advocate here at IPC. As a cloud service provider in the Philippines, we want to make sure that we're in the forefront of providing pay-as-you-go services to small businesses, SMEs, entrepreneurs, to be able to, I guess, bring their companies to par with the large corporations and compete on equal footing. So that's, you know, that's essentially where we're at, and we like to thank you again for watching. Visit cloud.com.ph, visit ThinkOutCloud.ph, and check out our upcoming webcasts there, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/IPCPH. So again, thank you guys, and see you soon. See you next week. Bye.